to the big house, Michigan Stadium. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Wolverines kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Wallace. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Underwood. Release to the back. Right side, it's Marshall. At the 45 on his way. He's loose on the right. Inside the touchdown, Michigan. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
From deep, it's Wallace. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quick give. It's Martin. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Press center downs going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Got it in the middle, it's Martin. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Gets the back moving. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Third and long coming up. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Martin. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Touchdown, Penn State! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Dumps it to the back. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Making the adjustment. To the air, it's Underwood. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Throwing, Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with people.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. In the backfield, it's Barnes. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
On 3rd down, here's Peoples. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Using his legs, it's Martin. He's got the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mars. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Running the red zone. It's Martin. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. This time they'll throw it. Got his man on the outside. Pulled to the ground.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
I know the aggressive play is to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. I think you can
wrong.
put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to drive the entire field on your defense.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Second and long here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure going right. Gets rid of it. Just gets rid of that one.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Trying to make one miss. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Martin. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Kick is in the air. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Underwood. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and his defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Underwood. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running inside. It's Marshall. At midfield, he's got room. Finding some room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And this is how you want to start your season. You want to create as many explosive plays as possible. And if you're an offensive coordinator and you can turn and hand the ball off and make big plays, it makes your play calling so easy. Let's see if they continue to run the rock with explosive plays like that.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Drops back on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Out wide left, it's Butler. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. A big, explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Hits inside. It's Martin. Stopped right there. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Snap in this drive will come from the 46. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He's good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
The run inside. It's Marshall. He now has 61 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. He caught it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing, Underwood. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half, good things happen. This game takes on a completely different feel.
One more snap coming before halftime. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 20 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's Kentucky looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Underwood. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Right down the middle. It's complete. Touchdown, Michigan. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Can't get him to the ground. Breaks into the open. He's got enough. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous 1st down.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hand it to the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it down the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw one first. Makes the grab. It's Peoples. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Drives inside. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're playing the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Has to have it on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Quickly out to the tight end. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, it's Peoples. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Right at the line. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn.
Snags it, and there's running room. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4 minutes.
Down of possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Penn State. They move on top here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the return, it's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And that's a missed opportunity by the offense here late in the game in the fourth quarter. I know that's a 50-50 ball, but I think that's one that the receiver really should have come up with. He drops it, and as a result, they miss an opportunity at an explosive play.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Working the ground game.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Underwood. Complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Churns into the pile. Touchdown, Michigan! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Sperry. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. From the gun. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Turning it on. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have returned later on a lot of times when your team's better to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.